Sorry.
Say hello to Obs. Obs is recording.
Hello, Ops.
As I was saying, soup is very good. With the early cold weather, even for your average citizens, it's a great balm for both the soul and the stomach. But for someone who's undergone more than just the biting cold of the outdoors, well, it's still very good. Today, with this particular soup, you know what? Let's have you roll into it to start the session off.
Who's rolling?
Superman.
Superman? Brett?
Oh yeah, it was Brett with Superman.
Why are you
Uh,
just for me?
I don't know why I thought you wanted your character as a super related character.
No.
Well, Brett has one pointed into it past the first one, so hoping for ones and twos. Partial
Ooh.
success. There's a 2 on one of those dice.
You know, we need to get worse dice for this game.
We need to curse it.
We need to go to a dice witch.
If I was rolling for, like, glaive damage, this would be great, but...
Okay,
No.
no partial success is fine.
Low roll systems fuck me.
You end up making a soup, and you try to tailor it to its recipient, Shepherdson. And upon tasting it, Shepherdson starts to perk up to some degree. Oh. Are the others coming? I mean, this is Fell's favorite soup. I can't imagine he'd miss it. Are the others coming?
I don't believe they will.
Where is this happening?
Presumably the Elder's Hall?
Where, Talon's being kept.
Okay.
You can say that another meeting of people of import in this matter is like scheduled for like 15 minutes from now, and this is like
Okay.
the soup being prepped for that meeting. So you can have characters arrive early throughout this conversation.
I don't really want Rebecca to just show up and tell him his family's dead. I mean, she would. She absolutely would, but that's not how we're opening.
The fellow doesn't like parsnips very much, but though I do like their touch. They're kind of chewy, very good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
How do you feel about brains in your soup, zombie?
I understood maybe 2 or 3 of those words.
Brains? I mean,
You sure you didn't?
Finnegan told me that
grains,
his
like
father
barley,
made
perhaps? Barley.
sheep's brain sausage at one point.
I don't think brains would go very well in soup.
I could see it in sausage.
The sausage.
Sausage
Yeah.
gets a bit of everything, really.
I still think it's gross.
Can't say it was ever my favorite either. Blood pudding. Ugh. No.
You can get used to pretty much anything when you're living off of rations.
No, it's the only thing you have to eat. It's either that or starve. Can't say it's ever been particularly good, though. Well, we did have that one cook. Didn't stick around long, though. Not too fond of pirate ships.
There was this one time guarding a merchant's vessel. Some rats had gotten into the food supply, so we ended up having to eat rat for the last several days of the trip.
Good eating on a rat.
Honestly,
Not that bad.
Not as terrible as I was expecting it to be.
I mean, if
I
they're
don't think
cooked
I
right.
would go out of my way to eat rat again, but
But we got a food deficiency, so
So we'll be eating rats.
we're farming rats up here.
Start breeding.
Yeah.
The winter was cold. Really beat into the food supplies.
Yes.
I'm glad it's spring though now. Most of the snow's gone at this point.
It's not spring. We're heading into winter.
No, that can't be right. No, that.
Oh no.
Oh,
How old do we think this guy thinks he is?
Young. He remembers Marrow from when Marrow first showed up. In
Oh, yeah,
town,
and
which
how-
is
how-
years ago.
How old is he as a person? This would be
Like 45.
okay. So he
And he
predates.
thinks he's...
His birth predates me being here by like 2 years.
And is... Like, thinks he's, like, a teenager, I think?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something in that range?
Which doesn't,
Teenager, young
because I mean, presumably you don't change that much in growth. He can't be like, hey, you remember how you were 4 feet tall and now we're all the same height as you?
Mm.
You don't got like a fucking mirror?
No. I mean, yes. But
I mean, I have a pickaxe, so it's not polished.
yeah, I don't think that's.
don't think that's exactly an ideal reflective surface. What? Just starts looking through like the lids of various pots. What do you need a mirror for? Just, I suppose with a bit of scrubbing, this one might work for one.
You know, winter would have been better if some of the goats didn't get away. I remember in fall we would go searching for them. And most of them are gone,
Hands a pot lid. What do you need a mirror for?
I think it was my idea to go looking at them in the winter.
I'll just take it.
Even if a goat was buried under snow, you could probably still eat them. Well, if you thought it out. I mean,
Freezing meat keeps it pretty well.
It does, yes. Mars! Hello!
I can't be here for that long, but
I tried to sneak out once. Finnegan put a stop to it. No, I think they were planning on trying again. I don't quite remember.
Probably best to avoid sneaking out. Leads to trouble when kids sneak out.
It does, yes.
Jump cut to the kids being fucking killed in rock slide.
Yeah. Where's the little gremlin snatch?
Just checks the shelf.
These are how
Henderson, did you take my fruit wine again?
Wait. Just looking in the mirror. Who the hell is this? Help, I've been replaced with an old man.
Henderson, you are an old man.
You've been an old man for quite some time.
longer than any of us have been alive.
That is true. No, I didn't touch your fruit wine. I have my own if I want it, but where are the kids? Oh no.
We should probably send a runner to ask their parents.
Did Mabel get in trouble again?
Who's Mabel?
Mabel's a
My sister, of course.
This gets I need to go inform some parents that they need to check on their children.
I think they were having a sleepover last I heard. So, Well, if they aren't back in the morning, we'll go and send a search party.
Idea. I'm gonna go check on what the kids are doing. Goes to where the sleepover was at Fendry's house, and it's just like, oh yeah, no, you just told me they'd be out for a bit.
We'll get back by now.
Well, if you know where they are, that's all right. Then heads back to the office.
Pretty much.
Do I know where they are?
Oh, absolutely not.
You know they're fine, probably.
I do love the kids could be dead for like 4 days before the town would even notice. Hey, they're perfectly
They
fine.
care a lot. They just wouldn't notice.
Findry would go looking. But they haven't been missing for 4 days, so who really cares?
Oh,
Your wine that was stolen?
Yeah, the wine that was stolen. I haven't seen you forget your wine in ages. I don't know.
Maybe my age is finally starting to catch up. I don't know.
Well, they both are old men. Who knows? Though, not as old as this one.
I think this one will still be an old man when we are long gone.
I would be not at all surprised.
I would not be surprised if you were still tottering about the cellars hall when our grandchildren take up residence here.
You have grandchildren?
No,
I
not
wonder when
yet.
I get grandchildren.
I think you have
That
one,
doesn't
man.
happen.
No, I think I would know if I did.
Do you at least remember that you have a daughter?
Of course, Rebecca.
And
Sweet little girl.
Oh dear.
is
Who?
Oh dear.
Shepherdson, how old do you think you are at the moment?
Does Henderson
43!
Does Henderson think Cass is Rebecca?
Probably.
They don't look that alike.
That doesn't matter.
He is mostly blind, that is true.
He probably absolutely thinks.
I
that
mean,
Henderson-
on
that
like
Cass is-
even like a very blurry vision, Rebecca is twice Cass's size.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, now she is.
She's always been larger than Cass is.
Anyway. I'm going to
You didn't answer my question. Is Belle coming?
No, I don't think so.
hopefully.
Oh.
Maybe this thing there was light on. Oh, I don't know.
Oh no,
I'd be more concerned if it does turn up. Mostly then, who else would have gone missing?
So, let's say this is a meeting for planning out a potential expedition to, Kalen Shepherdson old ranch.
The other characters arrive.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
about
So we can.
Nora opens the door and just like lets all of the cold air in.
Cold.
Just walks in and looks around. Is there a seating area we need to go to, or
Pull up a
Not
chair, you're
exactly.
fine.
I think Amon's standing in a way that's like, how long have you been there and who let you in?
Rebecca is glowering by the door.
We're both like weirdly posted up.
Social outcast, let's go! Bad parents, let's go!
Bruh.
It's bonding time!
Bruh.
something about investigating the site of the ranch?
I mean, I don't have any. Is there any NPCs who'd be here who can actually participate in the conversation in a constructive way?
I mean, because the rest of us certainly don't know what we're doing. So.
Well, if there's not, I just was like.
Yeah, is there an NPC?
I
who's
guess throw in
taking charge?
Antonio. Oh, Virgil's still around town.
Yeah, Virgil the ghost is in town, and also we have the lady who gets panic attacks every time any amount of pressure is put on her. We want her in charge.
It would be great to be in charge.
Exactly.
And who
yes.
definitely
I
don't
want
any
to just
weird
give her
rumors about-
responsibilities to watch her suffer.
Damn, okay.
I'm also assuming Emma's here kind of dozing, but if hot gossip happens, she will do her regular thing of go tell everyone.
We have like 3 orphans posted up outside.
Just assigning responsibilities and pressure to Sophia.
She's getting lazy. She just leans out the window. Hey, there's news.
So Sophia Primer and Virgil Moss, I'll throw them in there. And I'll say Antonio Clark is not quite involved in this because he decided it's a religious matter, so therefore not his business.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh no, there's a ghost and a zombie. All the undead. Back to Auto 7.
So I'll say with the
Yeah.
cold breeze, at one point it was supplanted by a warmer wind. And from that warm mist coalesced Virgil Moss, dusting off his loose-fitting cloak. All right then. I see everyone's here. Good day. Though it is a tad bit chilly, isn't it? Close the door, will you, Nora?
Nora's fully on the other side of the room.
Nora is probably sitting in the chair that's closest to the open door. Because, and just kind of. I like the cold.
Rebecca will close the door.
All right. So there are a few potential dangers that must be watched out for on this trip. Many of which might be mitigated if we knew what we were to find.
Are a concern.
If we knew what we were fucking doing, we might be able to do this more safely.
Yes. If we knew what we
The
were doing,
hands
why
are a
would we be doing it?
concern. And what's that young girl said about the phantasmal figure? The
Apparitions of that sort can come from many sources. I'm not going to claim the spirit university fashion. I doubt Celine was a sorcerer of any kind, so. Or that advanced in her practice.
perhaps some sort of resonance with whatever occurred.
Maybe.
That's a lingering effect. That's, for whatever reason, just manifesting now.
I would gander. It's a byproduct of whoever's doing this. Once it was Celine herself, but that doesn't make any sense.
However, it is best to not rule out the option. Because we do not know what's going on.
Celine is the hot ice deity, yes? Or
No,
She's
Celine
the
is
mentor?
Callum's mother.
Oh.
It's Kaelin Shepherdson mother.
All of us under different impressions of who that was.
I know
It's
it was
Kaelin
the mom.
Shepherdson
This is why I write
mother,
down it.
and the person Sophia Frost said her mother idolized. Her
Okay.
mentor idolized.
The last person with 100 hot score.
I didn't know much about the woman, but I knew she was responsible and she kept out of town most of the time, but she could take care of herself and was fiercely loyal to her family. I can't imagine Well, I can't imagine anything that followed the responsibility. Though if she survives, that would be.
And why do you say that?
Well, as I mentioned, she was a somewhat powerful practitioner. It's been 35 or so years since.
3.5 decades of what? Hiding out in the woods, waiting for her last child to die?
That would be quite strange. I'm just saying it's enough time for someone to advance beyond where they were. I doubt it. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, if you're talking about my daughter, she's always been alive, so I wouldn't put too much stock into her. Because she was the only one who saw the woman.
I know, but it's still the I know I just disowned. Here's some more shade.
You gotta
to
be
throw
able to
at.
turn fast if you're disowning.
Damn.
I almost
Alright.
do not want to
Brett's
believe
just-
anything you have to say because you were disowned your own daughter in public.
Brett just... Nora doesn't have a strong reaction to that, but Brett, glowers from behind him and just, adds some extra salt to all of this. Soup's on, everyone.
Everyone has to suffer with more salt.
Oh no,
He
just the
He has been putting it into bowls
I
and
see.
just... Okay.
My mom won't be
that
eating
one.
his, so it won't affect me, but the thought's there.
Thank you.
Even if children are not in the habit of telling the truth, usually something they say leads back to an honest point.
So anyways, I doubt it is Celine back from the grave. It doesn't line up with her character. Besides, she studied cold ice.
Where the hell's we?
And no matter how powerful she was, I can't imagine that domain would ever overlap with the authority of hot ice. So we have some mysterious figure doing this back again.
Mabel's back.
Perhaps seeking around the property for signs of workings?
Yes, that is a question. I can't imagine the raising of the dead could have happened from too far away. So it either happened or was started upon his death.
Wasn't the body dragged off away from the grave? Dug up and drug off?
Was dug up.
That is the case. If we could find where he was brought to, well,
It's difficult to do that now that so many days have passed that the
Yeah.
frost has erased the traces of it.
But we can create another lure.
But we can kill this old man.
We could bury me.
that was Rebecca talking.
That was Rebecca talking. I'm the most obvious one. When I sound like this, I'm a fucking old man.
If the ice and snow are the concern, I can simply ignore such things when looking for signs of passive or workings. My contract allows me to travel for
Oh, are you guys going out? You looking for some more goats? They keep on running away. Oh, while you're out, can you grab my sword from the shed?
You have a sword in the shed.
Yeah, it's really cool. Finnegan painted it red.
Oh, it's a wooden sword.
I mean, yeah, but it's magic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll look into it for you.
Yeah. It's behind. Oh, I think I left it. Oh, it's behind the racks.
I think that's important.
Under the bed. The one with the yeah.
We'll see if we can find it.
But people have also been moving around the cemetery. So we likely would need to set up circumstances again.
If you all believe that his family is involved somehow, or could be, should we go where his family stayed?
Well, didn't the children find him there the other day, sleeping in the other children's beds? Or sleeping in his bed?
Perhaps an idea to bring him along.
He might know the area better than we would, but at the same time, I believe
Not
that
anymore.
it might upset him. So I
What's
think
this
it's
dangly thing in the soup?
better to leave him here.
What is the dangly
What is
thing
he
in
putting
the
in
soup?
his
I
mouth?
meant just like some like greenery that's like been boiled. So
Oh,
it's,
like kale or something?
yeah. So
It's called vegetables. It's good for you,
it's all right. Kind of mushy.
but it's good for you.
Not good for it.
We probably should establish, like, when things actually happened. Because I keep trying to figure out, like, the ages of characters, and the math ain't mathin'.
How so?
What do you lack?
Okay, so, Shepherdson, when he died, was, like, 45?
Yeah.
And so you said Celine's death was 35 years ago?
That checks out.
Yeah, so he would have been 10.
Yes.
Which lines
And
up
you
with-
called him acting like a teenager.
We said that. You didn't say that.
His
Yeah.
mother died. Was that a part of the rest of his family vanishing, or no?
He, his,
I'm not gonna say anything out of character.
Well, I mean, I know. We wouldn't know if his mother died and then his family disappeared the next day, or if it was like years.
no,
No,
so
the
Mabel
general-
disappeared first, and then,
The general knowledge is that.
Oh yeah, I guess it was over a month.
Yeah.
But like, still.
It wasn't people just disappearing. It was the family got cagey, and then all of a sudden people stopped. The parents stopped coming to town.
and then
Yeah.
a month afterwards.
We found she was dead. Well, like she was found dead at the same time as the rest of the family.
More or less.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, the rest of the family. Not
Okay.
the
So
entire
she.
family wasn't back.
Yeah. So he's about 10ish. Which tracks?
I need to bring up Marrow's age then. Because he's not supposed to be about 30.
So, I propose we have some people along who are strong physical combatants and can keep their head in conflict. We bring some along who have strong resonance with the spirits and can ward off more strange threats. I would come along, but it's off the beaten track for me. I'd be even more weakened there. So, I propose Sophia go in my place.
Oh dear.
Let's go. More stress on Sophia. Can we get a Sophia stress tracker? She passed out from a panic attack last session. Now she's just been deputized.
Her contract resource is stress.
Stress.
She's doing
She's that character who's like the just sitting in a room and everything else is on fire and she's like, this is fine.
Okay. She's pretty good. She's calmed down since yesterday.
As the like top part, where on this is she'll pass out and where on it is she'll just fucking
I assume
Keel
like
over and
passing
die.
out.
I think this is a subjective tracker.
I think this is tracking her current state, not like the more extreme moments of like a session or two ago when.
Well, what you don't see
when
is
she was
that
getting
most
pushed in every
average
direction.
people's amount of stress starts even below.
Yeah, this is a logarithmic scale.
Yeah,
yeah.
like
So, like,
the
very
standard
top
amount of
is still
stress
over
is like
9.
somewhere like down here. She is constantly in at least some level of anxiety.
Just the
You
yeah.
just can't go outside without people being like,
I mean-
I heard something about you.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, sure. I can talk. I just need to prepare some things. Yeah. Just, I didn't think it. Can you not go? You've been there before, right? Once when I was young. I can hardly remember it. Actually,
Considering the fact that
he
can't
puts
even
his hand on Sophia's shoulder. You'll do fine. You've grown strong. Yeah. Sure.
I'd feel better if the ghost went instead of the fainting lady.
lovely vote of confidence
I haven't
there.
fainted. I don't think. Did I faint? I don't remember you fainting, Sophia. See? See, I don't faint.
Fear and panic are completely understandable responses.
Anyways, I will prepare myself, and I shall come along, warding off against any potential evils. Okay? I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. She says as she leaves to go prepare.
Poor child does.
She doesn't know what she's doing.
I can attempt to assist with some of that. I'm not an expert like she, but I've been learning.
Speak up a tad bit, please.
Oh, sorry. I can potentially assist with her approach to things to some degree. I'm not as experienced a mystic as she, but I've been learning the past few months. Enough to supplement to finance.
Okay. Sophia. Nora.
If all are amenable, I'll come along.
Come on. You're a strong fellow, right?
Strong enough. So not true.
And would it be too much to have Brett go along as well? Because people were mentioning wanting
Yeah,
to
we
have
do want.
somebody.
Well, how combat is Marrow?
Yeah.
Ish.
On par with Rebecca without the 4 force. Okay.
Yeah.
Rebecca is a fighter, but mostly she just suplexes things until they die. So pick it up and throw it away from us. Solve the problem that way.
As
Are there any particular materials or types of weaponry or anything that people should keep in mind if we do encounter one of these frostbitten dogs?
Fire.
yes. fire and burial and true ice tends to work.
To emphasize her point, Rebecca will light a torch.
Nora will stand a bit away from the torch.
I just want to say I'm happy to see you continue to get on. I know we may have our differences, but I respect that commitment.
Thank you.
I can see Rebecca is eager.
Rebecca's never been eager about anything in her life.
And I trust your strength in this matter and willingness to do justice. Or always stop anything dangerous. I'll shut up.
Good.
Okay, you're going to.
Does anyone here like Virgil?
No.
Miro's
Rebecca fucking hates Virgil.
Yeah, mine hates Virgil.
Miro's opinion of Virgil has been tanking.
Okay. Weirdly bonded.
Brett does not have any strong feelings about Virgil. Nora is not a huge fan.
Okay.
Just the I'm trying to build residence over here. Don't
I
get
like
close to the
Virgil,
door.
but
Just like, keep it partially closed.
Alright. Make any
Won't put out
preparations
the
you
fire.
want, and when Sophia gets back, I say we head out immediately. Well, the daylight is still fresh. We don't want to be caught out at night when paranoia is running high.
That's an understatement.
Alright, so what does everyone does anything what does everyone want to establish ahead of time that they're bringing? Of course we retcon that you brought something or made a preparation, but stating it now means you'll definitely get it, whereas in the future I'll roll to see if you did it.
Amon
Rebecca is
will.
already kidding for this.
Amon will.
I'm going to bring something stabby. Long and stabby.
See, my urge is to say like a knife because he's not like just something he could like stab someone with.
Yeah,
even
just
by
get the
chance.
sneak attack after I grapple it.
But then I also don't know. Yeah, I think Amon will get a knife. He'll tell the other people, and bring food.
I think Nora would try and read through some of the various religious texts that were found in this studying and
roll
try and
study for speed reading.
try and get
With a threat of 2 for misinformation.
Oof.
basically trying to understand the various things that Sophia might attempt to do and be able to attempt to try and supplement or assist if needed. Because
Amon will also put on a necklace,
Study.
like the the tooth thing that I had in the token. It's like that, but it's
Yeah, you gotta get your holy symbol.
yeah, it's like a cross, but
Yeah.
But tooth.
A sharpshooter net.
yeah.
successes.
Your roll gives you advantage.
Roll. Yeah, Aspirant Mystic would work for that, I imagine. Then threat.
Ooh.
Both of those are.
So you do learn some stuff. You definitely do learn some stuff.
You know the best thing that gets ice spirits? Making them cold. Really, really gets them good.
Virgil did mention
If you lie down, they will, if you play dead, they'll leave you alone.
If you run, they won't chase you because they just will give up.
One section, right before you find a book with ripped out pages, one section right before the ripped out pages mentions certain meditation techniques used to that used to be undertaken before interfacing with spirits of ice. And then after the ripped up pages, there's a section on how the chambers for those meditations were prepared. And it mentions how sure the room matters physically, but the iconography in the room matters more so, and the mental state of the practitioner matters the most.
I assume the iconography is not included, or probably in the
No.
missing pages.
It does mention something to do with concepts of rebirth being important. There's a brief mention.
Just one more 10 and you would have gotten a super critical failure.
Mm-hmm.
Cease to exist. The entire. It's just the pyre topple. That's what happens. Boom. Pyre topple. We're all dead.
No.
Max pyre topple. Or the mountain falls into.
So, like,
Oh wait, one of
there's
those was
mentions of like
one of
bear
those
pelts
was a-
being used, and in their hibernation.
In the
being,
research?
Symbolic of rebirth, or sometimes frogs still frozen in blocks of ice, were used in ritual because that they can rethaw and continue hopping around is fine.
So
And not butterflies?
realized Nora's
Never said
study is 3, not 2, so partial success and then another from the rule invocation.
So you got a full success.
Yeah, it is a
Well,
full
I
success.
did give you a helpful answer.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Is there a
Only the
place-
learned amongst us.
Is there a place we could find some frozen frogs?
Who are you asking?
The room in general.
Probably
What
Amon
variant
wouldn't
of
know,
frozen
so-
frogs?
Hold on, I'm gonna roll for it. Does Rebecca know what a lake with frozen frogs? Partial
Sort of
success. Rebecca sort of knows where some frogs
There
are.
are
Maybe.
symbols of things that would represent hibernation or going into a form of slumber and reawake.
However,
later
she-
reawakening.
Oh, you want frogs that were alive, frozen, and then when they're thawed out. I can probably find some of those. There's a
Well,
lake
for the
not too
knowledge
far
you
from
have,
where
the
I
information
live.
knowledge
Well,
shares.
pond.
A few of those
Rebecca
might be
does know where the frogs are. Not gonna tell you.
Such things could be useful for establishing some degree of resonance or assistance with the sort of forces Sophia will be needing to interact with.
I'll go see if I can get some frogs. Will Marrow just has a fucking pond behind his house, and there's just frogs there.
Bear pelts or
I'm gonna
other
go grab a
similar things
snack and drink.
associated with the concept of hibernation should work as well for... The symbology is the most important thing, it seems.
So Sophia, I guess, after this conversation, will get back. All right, and she has like a huge bag slung over her shoulder. I'm ready. And at her hip is a sword that's too long for her, and she bangs against her ankles as she closes the door.
Did not know you were a swordsman. Interesting.
Whole hand.
Well, no,
Sorry, frozen frog.
sword makes sense. She knows spear. Spear makes sense.
Hands for a frozen frog.
Why do you have that?
Why would I not?
Reading things that might assist. Skimming some of the records.
Symbols of hibernation and rebirth are apparently helpful in
Achieving meditational mindsets for interfacing with such spirits.
I would rather not invoke the enemy. I don't. Not to say how ice is the enemy, just
No, more getting in a mindset that would allow you to
she
more
fetches
directly.
the dead. She's bringing them back. I think this use of her power is against her. Thank you. I hope this could help.
Frogs.
It's outside my range of expertise in meditation upon finality as opposed to temporal rest. is more my area of expertise. She said, as she said this, her eyes just kind of went wrong here, which I could see with a small frown on her face. All right. I think we've done enough establishing stuff to cut to you guys trudging up the path to the Shepherd's place. But I'm gonna wait until Matthew gets back
Very good.
before we do that.
Monsters are still incredibly shit, but also I don't care that much of you guys. I feel like he deserves to die, and then that starts other people's character arcs.
I would
Nora
like to not kill my characters, please.
Nora is able to help with figuring out stuff, but has no combat ability whatsoever. Theoretically, she could negotiate for a boon that would help with some things like that, but that is not one she currently has. She can see through ice and snow.
Train, run. Hmm. As with Pyre.
Dinner.
Yep.
Jesus.
Sorry, lunch.
I mean, not if I got jam for what run.
That sounds nice.
I had
Yeah,
pizza
sure.
for
It's the only thing I'm
breakfast.
eating today.
I made pizza for breakfast, so
I had a cookie sandwich. I had a soda.
I did almost start the house fire, but it didn't. So that's huge.
I had a
Win-win.
sandwich. I smashed it.
How
Alright,
inclined are you
so-
to eating noodles?
I like noodles.
Don't have anything to put on the noodles. I have noodles that I can make.
Noodles are good.
I have
I
a
like noodles.
mostly empty box of pasta.
You guys need to stock your pantries.
I haven't actually
I'm going to
bought
tomorrow.
food for a while, so
No, I understand. I also agree.
Unless you want
Have
Rice
ramen from a while
Krispies.
ago, but our microwave does not work, so I've not been able
Oh,
to make them.
no.
Sorry,
I don't
I have
function
crispy
with
rice,
microwave.
which is off-brand Rice Krispies.
I still sounds
yeah, that's
Okay.
Rice Krispies is too rich for my blood.
What?
No, I just prefer crispy rices because it's thinner. Normal Rice Krispies are puffy. They're like wafer thin.
ooh, it's wafer thin.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure.
So what the hell's
happening?
happening?
Alright, so we're approaching the Shepherd's
Are we
property.
role-playing the awkward silence of us walking?
No.
Yeah, well, maybe.
No,
What else
we're
are we
waiting for you to
So in a sense, yes.
Meh.
So, okay, I think as we approach, Sophia. All right, everyone, it's always good to have a light on you because anything ice related does better in the dark, and yeah, fire also just works.
Rebecca's either had or is lighting a torch now.
But also remember, if things do get bad and you end up getting in a fight with something and it seems deadish, make sure to bury it pretty immediately in like solid cold ground, or else it might come back. I think. I don't know.
You're not very good at this.
I'm good at burying things that are supposed to be stay dead.
Like Shepherdson.
Give me the fade.
Not helping at all.
I am going to say right now that I am not a warrior and will be of little help if combat is in our future.
Well, that's probably not going to happen. I'm sure this would be fun.
Don't
I
jinx
have
us.
some frozen
That would
frogs
never
I can
happen.
attempt to throw.
You
And
are
I have
quite
a
well.
page in my notebook that has a
I think I
not very good
begrudgingly.
drawing of a bear asleep in a cave that I have scribbled out.
I think I begrudgingly take a frozen frog from you, as I like you more than her.
The like bundle of layered robes.
I think it's a bucket full of cold mud.
Just like
Just one of the many frogs that Mero just showed up with.
I drew a sleeping bear in a cave on, and I don't think that last part is going.
So
to
are
be
you
helpful,
bringing
to
your
be
kid
honest.
character along with you? Because they were there the original time.
I don't.
Or
Just bring all
I
three of
think-
your
or-
characters.
or
I
we
think
just
Vera
assume-
is still down in the cave.
It's
depending on how the
midday.
time is.
No, the kids are back by now.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it
kids are
was.
back by now?
The kids were gone overnight.
But we just rule that Vera told Nora what happened. Like, the information got around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we established that.
We did.
Yeah, we did
project.
establish the consolidating information. I think if
Yep.
if I can have two characters present, Brett would probably be there.
Yep, we need
because
another fighter.
Being
Yeah.
able to fight.
Sorry,
and
we need
shoot
a fighter. Isn't Rebecca?
Yeah.
She's aight, but she's not a fighter.
Rebecca, Mero, and Brett, I think, can fight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Rebecca's not a fighter. She only got 2 tips, but
Rebecca and Mero are both the same in terms of slay, so you have the most by a lot. But
I can. I'm not. I'm just throwing things. I'm a grappler, not a fighter.
Brett has his knife.
spend more time with.
Actually, I'm probably going to be
navigation
giving
than
you my
anything
weapon. No, I'm just going to use the weapon to.
No, I have my dagger. That should be enough for me.
else. Just fucking cutlasses, 2 of them. The Mero just has.
Actually, I like to roll them.
All right. When we
That is
the
relevant
body
because we
from
get
this
the
house,
advantage for being a
Um,
weapon, using a weapon over them.
We try not to disturb too
So we're fighting
much.
dogs. It's a flat instant advantage on us.
As you walked up to the property, you
If
would
I light your
notice.
cudgels on fire.
Actually, you know what? Everyone who was here for the original meeting, roll a recall check.
What? Who?
What?
What?
Original meeting?
Original meeting?
Earlier in the session, when you were like in the prelude section, when Kaylin was just talking. And,
Oh, I see.
I see.
So
point out
recall?
this detail.
The first
if
people
it's-
who were here.
What?
So
We weren't there.
Yeah, we were
Okay.
So it would be recall, you said?
I think actually this was later in the meeting, so
If it's in the
everyone roll recall.
it was
the general
recall.
meeting. Okay.
Nora has much better recall than Brett. Let's see.
I need old.
Total success.
Full success for Nora on
Partial.
recall. Brett does not remember
Okay.
shit.
Well, anyone who was there upon approaching the Shepherdson's place would notice that despite Kaylin Shepherdson asking to retrieve his sword from the shed, there was no shed visible on the property.
Yeah.
Go figure.
I wonder if it's here, like in a weird place, or if it's just like been too much time.
Can we tell if there's? I think. Is there snow on the ground to obscuring the ground?
Yeah, there's a faint dusting.
Okay. I think Nora would probably be trying to like look around and see if like there's any like patches of ground that look like there used to be a structure sitting on this spot. for
Yeah,
a
you can do
time.
that.
Where
I'll
would
roll detect.
Detect.
let's see? Mero's would have
Partial.
been there
Full
for 5
success.
years.
That's a 1 out of 7. Full success.
All right.
Where was that?
Simple answer. Okay, you'd see places where fences used to be, but no foundations for a shed. There would be more left behind if the shed was deassembled, and even more left behind if the shed was left to rot.
Was there a shed in the first place?
Not. What do you mean? When?
Like the Marrow was still around, like was like actually in town and like knew the kid when he was still a kid.
I'm not sure he would have ever gone to his property though.
Yeah, it's a trek.
Not seeing any signs of his shed that
Also, that was 40 years ago. You wouldn't remember if he had a shed or not.
boy? Man?
35, 48.
Don't refer to
Shut up,
him as
40
a
years
boy
ago.
or a man. I'm not sure.
Child now. Not.
Shepherdson. I'll just call him Shepherdson. Easier if
All right. So, which of you want to be the first to enter?
I can.
Okay.
Stupid enough to do that. Well, I am.
I'm right behind you.
All people.
I think Brett will be trying to like
Get the squishies
keep
in the
to the
back.
back of the group,
Yeah.
just in case they're. Because like if Marrow and Rebecca are towards the front, he wants to be towards the back in case of.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
protect the squishies.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? One note. I think I made a mistake as a GM asking you to roll for there. Actually, just give me information, and I'm just going to continue to just give information in this case. Because with thorough enough investigation in this building, there are a few facts that would become obvious enough.
The fact that we're not immediately attacked by a bear when we open the door.
Yeah.
Looking around the house, one thing that those who opened the pantry who were totally not just looking for a snack would find is that any like the absolute lack of anything sweet in the pantry. You would also notice the lack of any broom or dustpan in the entire house.
And there's not.
And the blankets on one of the beds are gone.
There
As well
was
as
at
the
least
pillow.
one broom.
Vera picked up a broom because this place was spooky when
Yeah.
on session
There
1.
used
Did
to be a
Vera
broom.
take the
Vera-
broom?
So Vera might have carried
You didn't
the broom.
establish that you
Oh.
took it away. So.
No idea. So lack of a broom or dustpan, and what was
One of the
last part?
beds had its blankets and pillow removed.
Was it the bed he was found in?
No.
Different bed has been stripped.
Adult bed or only kids?
It's not the adult bed.
Investigation.
Nora.
Sorry. Someone with a better study stat. Check that shit out.
Yeah, Nora will probably like poke around at the various beds of.
Christ. I guess I'll do it then.
As long as it's
Nora's
it's gotta be
poking around
something
trying to
really
like get any signs of anything from the bed he was
No, I will
currently
look at-
found in.
I'll look at the
and-
bed that's been stripped.
Yeah, I'm going to as well. With my... Can I intuit instead? Can I just think real hard about the big vibes of this area?
Yeah, you could step. You could pump forward and step outside and just take a breath of fresh air and get a vibe of what's going on.
Okay, because if you're studying, then I'll just intuit.
Yeah, you can into it.
full success on Intuit. Okay.
I did partial success on study.
Study what particular?
The bed that's been stripped.
Okay.
Mabel's bed.
Wait.
And then we're gonna
It's.
roll.
I mean, one of the smaller beds.
If there's nothing to learn.
Yeah, exactly.
The beds are mostly identical. They weren't all that fanciful. And because it's been stripped, you can't even see any personal touches it might have had on them. It's the same size as the other two because they were made in the same method. Though it shows less signs of use than the one you examined, being the bed Kaylin was found in dead.
And Nora is investigating that one for any signs of something. Probably going to see if she can get any like vibes of familiar spiritual stuff because I see spirits and all that. Gonna roll for study.
Something probably at least one.
Would Aspire Mystic be a thing that could help you here? Okay. Alright. It's good that we established that that helps because it was just one short of getting a success. I rolled a 4 instead of a 3.
Alright, so,
So partial success.
examining the bed, you notice a distinct lack of something. And this is not from a spiritual sense. This is just from a mundane sense, as, well, a dead man was found in these sheets. And the sheets are pristine. There is no nastiness from a corpse that would usually accompany it.
Sophia, did you do some cleaning after picking up his body?
I mean, I cleaned up the corpse. I mean, well, no, it was definitely a corpse then. I
Has
cleaned
anyone
up the
been
corpse
up here?
afterwards, but it wasn't all that nasty.
But the bed wasn't made up all clean like this when you last were here, yes?
It was.
And I don't suppose you took the sheets for wrapping him up in or something? Gestures to the empty bed.
Actually, I think the blankets of Kalen's bed would also be mostly gone. But that's because they were used to take the body off. That makes sense.
Solutions on this bed. Strange.
No, let's just say the bed's the sheets on it. It's just those were shipped off. But the bed itself, like the mattress, isn't sold.
Were the Shepherdsons adverse to sugar or some sort of spiritual thing in this area? It just seems like an obvious.
Would Vera know what diabetes is? Probably not by
Could
that
affect
name.
them all to remember if they had diabetes.
Probably not by that name, but
People with diabetes, unless you have like a strong contract, just kind of die. Usually, I mean, unless it's like a more minor case, type 2 as opposed to type 1.
Yeah.
Type 1 is hard to survive in a more medieval setting.
God forbid if you have a peanut allergy this time.
Oh
Is there
no.
Peanuts around here?
Oh no, something I'll never discover about myself because I don't know what a peanut is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then you go to one Lowlander circus and you just die.
let's make our way to fantasy, not America, to find peanuts.
Oh yes.
Where the hell are peanuts grown?
I'm
they're South
imagining
America.
them just like growing on a vine, which is incorrect.
I think it's a tree.
Sure, peanuts are from
I
South
thought they grow
America,
underground.
maybe Central.
That's awful. It could be
Maybe
true.
I
wrong.
might be wrong on that.
Asparagus grow like crazy. They just grow out of the ground, right? They look
Yeah, you just cut them off.
They
Cut
do
off
look
the
kind of
stump.
funky. I can tell
Bamboo.
when they go to
Bamboo
seed.
grows absurdly fast.
Yeah, it's a torture method.
And sugarcane
Yeah.
grows.
It's a thing that if you actually get like a bunch of bamboo growing close together and set up like sound recording equipment, you can hear the bamboo grow.
Whoa.
So peanuts are in fact native to South America, and they are the
We learned so much.
they okay. So the part that we eat is underground.
I hate that so much. You were right though.
Woohoo!
Kind of similar to like a tuber or something, but
Sort of, but not. Like,
legumes.
they aren't
Yeah.
the root system like tubers are. They're just.
They're just there.
Interesting.
Okay,
funky.
any other details? Not on the house itself. Oh, you did take some time to go outside, take a breath of
Yep.
fresh air.
Success. Since we're in the woods, is a wood fighter going to help me here?
No.
Okay,
Since
so,
children are tangentially involved, will mother assist me here?
so they're basically pods, but for
Honestly,
whatever
mother
reason
couldn't do
What the
they
fuck
grow
is going
on
on?
goes underground rather than staying above ground.
Interesting.
So
Yeah, you know,
it's
sure,
not
Mother
actually
Fantasy
attached to the
I critical success.
Okay.
Vibes as they pertain to soul.
What are kids getting up to some shit?
That child.
vibe check.
I should have made a mom's role father.
You know, okay, why do I feel like Rebecca smokes? I don't know why. I just feel like it's smoking.
She probably does smoke.
Yeah, so let's just say when I was like, take a smoke. It's like you have to roll it up yourself, of course. Or you know you have a pipe.
Yeah, of course.
Pipe is how you do it nowadays.
Yeah. I'm not fucking rolling.
You roll a joint.
So we've established the presence of tobacco then? Or
Or
Yeah, that
some
checks out.
or some variant of.
Yeah,
Well, there's a
something
bunch
you
of
smoke.
things you can put together
true.
that work.
Rebecca doesn't even smoke anything. She just smokes generic smoke. She never really understood why people are doing it, but
Burn something.
That's not out of character.
sawdust. It's like some sawdust from her defeated foe. or
This is
something.
why Cass is how Cass is.
Yeah, that tracks.
No. Her mother worked. She was raised by Henderson. That's why she is the way she is.
Alright. Going outside, you would notice next to the door in front of the house, like in the pantryway as you enter the house, you would notice just the scuffs of where like shoes are usually put. When you like enter a house and house that the shoes off, and the house seems like it. You can actually see in the entryway Shepherdson's shoes that he left there when he went to go to bed for what would have been the last time for him not to rise again.
So he's
Next-
shoeless?
I mean, sure, why not? That's not too strange compared to everything else. It wouldn't have been high enough up on the registry for you guys to notice it. Next to that spot, there's other scuffs in the wood floor where other shoes should have been. And you see a small pile of dirt and pine needles next to Shepherdson's shoes, I believe. As if a pair of the shoes was taken off and then back on the left.
Approximate shoe size?
That's outside of the scope of an intuit check. But I'm just want to give you something concrete to go off of.
Okay. I can roll for them.
So before
That-
he went to bed, he
No,
put his
let me
shoes
just
on.
continue.
Oh, sorry.
There's more. There's a certain pattern of behavior that you've come to notice in kids. It must be universal because your kid didn't. Kids tend to choose almost randomly and arbitrarily what characteristics they borrow from you and which they choose to outright defy. And even in defying you, they always seem to keep the strangest little things. Even if they're raging against your very belief system, they might still take their shoes off at the door like you taught them how to. They might still thank people who do common service jobs the exact way you told them to. All the while going against some other core principles you taught them. All the while pocketing something they've stolen. All the while abandoning some common decency you tried to hammer into them. All the while putting themselves at risk. Kids are strange.
Mabel's our necromancer.
I thought we established that already. There's a high probability that it's her. But why exactly?
Well, then Ellie threw some other character we all forgot existed at us to
What character?
his mother.
I forgot about Slade.
Oh, Celine? Celine's been dead. Remember?
Yeah, so has Mabel, allegedly.
Where did
No,
we find
Mabel's
this
just
Mabel?
missing.
If you go missing for more than 5 years, you're legally dead.
No. Oh.
Wait, really?
There is a time limit where if you just go missing for long
Yeah,
enough,
I
they
know
just
5
declare you.
years.
I don't think it's 5 years, but legally dead. Time limit to be declared legally dead.
Good question.
It is a thing. They
Yeah.
do declare you legally dead after a certain amount of time of no one knowing where you are.
And then they reuse your social security number.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
7. Okay.
7
So she's
years.
been legally dead for 14 years.
Okay.
We have a very complicated legal system on this now. Her social security number was looped back in.
Oh, and
We're only on 3 digits though, so.
And while you, and while you're
feel
outside,
like-
the recently house that would catch your attention, though it'd be less reminiscing and more tangible. From the fields that you could have sworn were cleared out of the goats and sheep from previous discussions, because it was resolved that while Shepherdson is back, he's no condition to take care of the flock. So they were distributed as the previous agreements.
Yep. Okay. Sheep to the guy who wants to kill the sheep, goats to the lady who can't pay us anything, and all the old people got a pound of sugar. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
You can write that down right here since it's character sheet. Pound of sugar.
Nah. You hear from the fields.
Rebecca will go check it out.
There's
She'll like pound on the door and then go off and do it.
There's a
Hello.
goat outside of the pen that's just kind of grazing. And upon seeing you, it kind of like does that weird sideways walk. The animal will start trying to be with its line of sight while walking away. And then like kind of turns its back to you, like looking over its shoulder as it just continues walking. He's waving out a stalk.
A sheep?
It's a goat.
It's a goat.
I thought all the goats were.
At this point, do we know 2 people have died?
Yes.
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 Okay. Wasn't there?
Yeah.
Is the goat looking very much alive, or is the goat looking not so alive?
Well, if it's a zombie goat, I'm absolutely killing you with fire. So.
Margaret good.
All the
Oh,
goats
narwhal.
should be with
Also, just a note. How about you could use Zora's character sheet for Theris?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'd have to remake it a little bit because Theriz would have different skill set than Zora.
Just a little bit, though.
Considering the fact that
Okay. Anyways, let's continue.
I'm pretty sure Theriz would not have 3 in Slay.
He would now. He's on his vengeance right.
Yeah. Character development we never saw, but did happen.
Sure. No.
Okay, so as
Stitched up some garage.
as Rebecca comes, it just approaches the goat a bit more, like kind of picks up its speed and starts running a bit faster. There's in the center of some fields nearby, which in the area that probably was a garden at some point, a stack of rocks that had been dug up from the earth, and all piled in one place so that they're
We found our second body.
out of the way.
What? Where?
There's another body.
Our second
They're
zombie.
very consistent on what Nora's accent is. I have no
That's
idea.
fair. Mara is going to very cautiously approach.
It's kind of just, as long as it's like 20 feet away from you, the goat's perfectly happy to just sit there and eat.
Nora, hearing that there's another body, is going to like shuffle her way out of the
Hobson come to look at this goat?
Well,
Used to be buried over there.
is your sight on or off?
Would probably be on.
Okay, you don't see a goat.
What are you talking about? Where is this body?
Rebecca will immediately attack the goat with a flaming axe. Just take her pipe, tip it upside down so that the kindling inside the axe is a light, and then just fucking.
Upon the fire starting, the goat starts to bolt.
She's chasing it down.
Anyone else follow it?
I will follow, but I don't know if I can keep up.
Nora is mostly just following.
There's a goat.
There is a goat, which apparently you cannot see, which means
Which
that it is
means
not
it's
actually
ice.
a goat.
It's ice.
Yes.
Okay.
Ice melts.
Except when it doesn't.
So,
I'm not leaving.
so Sophia would hear the call out, brandish her small spear, and the bladed spear will grow longer, coated with ice, with a crazy look in her eyes, like just run after.
Well, honestly, go off.
Damn, she's pulling up.
I hope she gets the opportunity to just
Brett,
stab some
Brett
stuff.
Brett sees that happen and just goes, "See, I knew she didn't lose her contract."
No. Well, he
You can
lost
hear
the
Henderson's
contract, but
voice
maybe
echoing over the
losing the
mountain.
mind.
Just gets his trusty knife ready and follows after everybody. Probably taking
Okay,
a rear in case
so-
we get ambushed by more.
We're gonna do roll initiative, but that's just gonna be order of entering the scene of where
Let's
things are
see.
going on. I'm gonna immediately put you at the top.
Mhm.
Well, no, I'm never gonna roll endure, right? That's
Indoor?
or navigate.
They're
No,
all
it's
the
it's a
same
short.
to
It's gonna
me.
be shorter chase, so I'm gonna have everyone roll navigate.
Oh, it's all the same to me.
Hear me out. Recall though.
No.
That's her.
Partial.
Partial.
Jack shit. That makes sense though. I'm on positive.
Nora got a partial success, which is unfortunate because she can't do
And
shit.
very trying not to look like he's huffing and puffing, but then that makes it even slower.
Yeah.
It's just one R and no W.
No successes for Brett.
I think she's determined to
Brett is taking up the
not.
rear.
Well, I'm
spotlight.
Reb now, so.
Yeah.
Oh, a crossword. Get this up in here.
Is there a crossword?
Ellie is determined to not spell our names correctly. I love it.
Crossing.
Shaking hands, stroking, etc.
Ugh. Gross.
6 cross. I was gonna say intimacy, but that's too many words.
Please.
Well, I mean, they specifically
ADHD
mentioned.
senior citizens.
They said stroking. That's not
Ugh.
a word that follows behind hugging, kissing, and touching without sexual connotation.
Yeah, not usually.
Touch, you don't kiss.
What is that
Elmo's World.
Okay, I need to put on music roll. So you guys.
You need music, or we start making our own.
I'm so tired.
Don't make me sing the national anthem of Poland that I wrote.
That you wrote?
Yeah.
What?
As in you wrote a new
No.
or you wrote out
Phenomena do 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 do. Phenomena do 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 do. Phenomena do
That's
do
just
do
the
do 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 do. Poland.
That's just the Muppets.
It actually goes on. There's like 5 verses, but.
Are they all variants?
Oh
of
no!
do-do
Oh no,
and
it's a do 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 do. But then instead of Poland, we got different words.
That's just.
It was
just the Muppets.
award winning.
So okay.
No.
She's less stressed now. She gets to hurt people.
She's in her element.
She's in her element, killing deer.
Goats.
Born to be a warrior, forced to be a princess.
Apparently. Or something.
Okay.
Okay. So Gil chasing off, and eventually the goat gets to a part of the terrain which becomes more like it's. When I call it terraced, I don't mean it's like actually been cultivated giant steps.
Mhm.
It's more just this is a gradual cliff with occasional bits of stone jutting out. with grass atop of it. It's on the steeper slopes is bare rock, and on the less steep sections does have grass and it can be occasional trees. It's a perfect terrain to the advantage of goats in its flight. It begins to jump down, but Rebecca is hot on its heels.
This is the woods, my guy. It's my favorite terrain.
Okay. It jumps down to a terrace right below you. In a few short hops. It's like 15 feet down, not a comfortable jump for anyone. But if you're left now, you could catch it in one fell swoop.
Absolutely.
That was something that Rebecca would do.
Okay.
It's a simple solution. I'm jumping on top of the goat.
How are you going to go about this? Okay,
Flying
Horse.
axe tackle.
Horse with advantage?
Ooh. If you fucking fail this, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
God, one short of quadruple success.
So you have 3
So I have a critical success.
Yeah.
2 ones.
Making an absolute joke out of the entire struggle the kids. Rebecca lands on this goat like a meteorite from the gods.
Whoop!
And pins it successfully with one knee up on its neck and one hand on its torso. Its legs seem to squirm fruitlessly. You do not feel a pulse or the normal quick breath of an animal under you.
I'm going to cut its head off.
Damn.
Okay. As
Rebecca is a simple solution to a simple problem. Kill the zombie, move on. Get back to breathing in the woods.
She is very much above instruments.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
It's technically a maul, so she could.
Alright, you know what?
Maul it.
No, I'm going to give Brett and Ammon a choice in this. But the rest of you don't get a choice because you're arriving sooner than later.
You arrive after the fucking zombie wolves pull up on her ass and decide whether or not to join the fight.
No, not quite.
Yeah, because they're zombie goats, obviously.
Which one of the themes am I using?
Brahman.
Bread. Oh my god, wait, did you?
Sure.
What's that, an ocarina?
Okay, upon cleaving, I'm not gonna. Yeah, you don't have to roll for it. It's at your mercy. You cut its head off.
I'm not an artist. This is my attempt at drawing a meteorite with an axe.
That is Rebecca Thornton.
Okay, upon cleaving the head from this goat, like splitting wood, the goat seems to start to crumble beneath you.
Ooh.
Like frost upon grass in the early morning. From its severed stump, starts pouring mist. It quickly begins to roll and fill up the slopes around you. It is warm. You can feel the ice crystals that comprise it tickling at your skin.
Concerned.jpg?
Marrow and Nora would arrive on the edge of the cliff to be encompassed by this mist. And here... Ooh, actually, no, this...
This isn't nearly sinister enough.
Is this the right theme? That's the whole question. Oh, no. No, I have to go with another theme.
Oh.
No, I'll pull it at the right time.
When the ice starts attacking us.
So, you would hear someone call out,
Oh,
Yabby, where are you?
Where's what's her face in all this?
Who?
What's her face?
Sophia.
Sophia.
Oh, I would say she gets ends up in the mist as well.
Okay.
Because she was right on the hills.
Yeah. But she didn't jump off the mountain like I did.
Yappy, where are you? I know you're down here.
They disappeared about 30 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rebecca would have no way of knowing. She would have been like 12. No, sorry, she would have been like 6.
Well, but everyone like exchange information before going off on this trip.
No, I know. She wouldn't remember
Oh, yeah.
who these people are. She would have hung out with them as kids because she's always been antisocial. You've seen Rebecca at the most social she's ever been at any point in her life.
Yappy, where? Oh. No, come closer. Come closer. No, not that way. We got some green grass for you.
What is it?
This is the voice of a young girl.
Is this mist doing anything weird in Nora's vision? Since it's supposedly ice related?
Oh, can you see through this?
Give me an angle. I'll take out fucking Mabel. Just give me an angle and room to swing.
Sure.
You know what? Sure, I've already established that you can see through things that are conjured through this, so this should be no exception.
Sonora just straight up does not notice that anything is going on.
No,
Aside
you walk in, and from your point of view, the world behind you is cloaked in a wall of mist.
Well, I
And you
don't
seem to
like
be
that.
trapped inside of a sphere of it. All around and beyond you, the world seems less real. Almost frozen. Everything around you, though, is vibrant, like a warmer fall than you are currently experiencing.
This is very weird.
I think, actually, for the scene's convenience, the mist that everyone was trapped inside the original mist would start to thin to your own eyes. And it would start to settle upon the ground, making everything more clear. Those who are outside see a dome of mist and can enter if they so choose. They can hear the faint echoes of people talking from inside.
Can I stab the dome of mist, or is it just like mist?
It's very full.
It's just mist,
Okay.
and it's a bit warm to the touch.
Where's the voice coming from?
A bit further down the slope.
What's going on in there?
As the mist starts to clear,
We can't
you
hear
realize that despite the day being cloudy and with a bit of a occasional bitter sprinkling icy rain,
Do be careful too.
turning the bitter layers of snow to ice, the current weather has a luminous purple sun slowly beating up overhead, like some good warm falls have. Dipping in and out of its surface, you can occasionally see orbs of a more familiar yellow flame, though it's never good to look directly at the sun. The air is warmer around you, and unlike the current fall, which struck all the grass dead, there are still those green bits of green hanging on the ground now. You can see down the slope a young girl with a butterfly pin in her hair. Or was it a clip? I think it was a pin.
I think it's more like a. I kept calling it a clip.
I was
think it was a
imagining
clip.
like Bobby Pin type.
Yeah, hair pin.
Some sort of hairpin.
A butterfly pin in her hair. Dressed as any local would be with a nice sheepwool little coat cape over her shoulders that kind of flops as she jumps down the slope after a goat, holding out a handful of nice green grass. Come on, Yabi! We're going in now.
Do you recognize the name Yabi?
No, it seems to be the name of it. She's calling it Go.
I know.
No, no one ever recognizes the name.
Do we recognize the girl?
No, none of you would. I don't think.
I mean, my character definitely would be.
I would have been 10 when she was. I'd be her age.
I mean, like
Shepherdson.
35
Are
to
you
40
in the mist?
Yeah, we agreed to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was our side.
I know that Marrow would have been around if this was from like
I guess the main difference between
in those.
your sight and everyone else's is that everyone else sees this warm landscape continue off into the horizon, whereas you see a distinct dome around you, holding you in.
And we saw the
I
dome.
very much do not like this.
That is
Magic.
Are we like close to this dome, or
Oh,
is
you
it
just have
off
through
the
it, right?
way?
So you're close
True,
to
true.
it.
I think Nora is going to like crouch down and pick up like a pebble or a stone or a clump of dirt or something, and try and toss it at the dome to
back
see
out
what
through
happens.
the dome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To see if it like hits a barrier or if it goes through.
It's force field.
It would go through, but you can see a disturbance on its surface, as if it was a semi-viscous material with a surface tension of its own. Kind of warbled like jello after the material rock passed through it. And then, from the area that was disturbed, out steps another apparition.
I may have made an error.
Is it another Mabel or?
No. Mabel, come in, it's dinner time! It's a tall woman with pitch black hair, that spills down to her waist, and she looks well built for physical labor, though she composes herself in a way that slightly seems, well, stiff. Every movement seems direct and calculated, though each mechanical motion seems to come together in a coordinated whole, as opposed to making it seem jarring. It's almost as if her seemingly casual walk towards the edge of these slopes was something she had rehearsed 1,000 times. I gotta get Yabi! I was afraid you were lost. Come on up. I can get Yabi after dinner.
Does Yabi look anything like the goat I just killed?
Identical.
Makes sense. She wouldn't have brought back her brother's goat. Unfortunately, this goat doesn't bleed. I was going to make like a blood message to Mabel, but
Do either of the
Escalation of
apparitions seem
violence.
like they're aware of us?
No, they're ignoring you entirely.
Okay.
The apparition of Celine walked right past you and...
she walked right past you,
Yeah.
so you might be able to interact with them. Not, they can't see us, but I mean, I can't fucking rip Mabel in half.
Do not.
Actually, you know what?
Yep.
Roll detect for me.
Roll detect. Alright. I have 2 dots in detect. Partial success.
Okay. You would have noticed Celine's eyes momentarily flick to you and the rest of the people around here before she continued on and proceeded to ignore you for the rest of her walk to the edge.
No.
I was afraid you were lost. I would never get lost. Well, I mean, not again. Well, what would happen if I did get lost and I couldn't find my way back? Well, I promised I'd find you. However long it took, I'd find you, bring you back home. Me too. What? I promised too. I know these mountains. I'm not gonna get lost. Well, I promise anyways. If you get lost, I'll find you. I'll bring you back.
Oh, what have you done?
You coming up? Yeah, I'm coming. And she starts to scamper up the slopes.
Past me.
She would be heading past you.
I'll grab her as she goes by, or attempt to.
As you do manage to grab her.
Not like by the fucking throat.
No, by the upper arm.
Yeah.
It's not hard, but it's kind of like stopping an NPC mid script.
She keeps walking. She just
No. She like stops and kind of confused. It looks kind of confused, blinking her eyes, and the demeanor of Celine would change. Let her go. This isn't done yet.
And this is what?
Let
yeah,
her
someone
go.
with a real social set interact with this woman. I've got one pip in command.
That's
Let me be the threat. One of you
What is it
one of
done?
you social
What
characters.
Brett has
You
3 in
done?
command and none of the others.
I have to-
Nora
command and 3 in
has
sway.
1.
I can't
Nora
lie,
has
but-
1 in sway.
This will be over
I have
quicker
3
if you
commands.
explain to us what's going on.
Whatever has been happening has been.
I'm not afraid for her.
Who are you afraid for?
Mom, I can't find you. Where? I should be. Let her go. Oh! Yabi! Yabi, where are you? Come here, Yabi.
If Rebecca was a worse character, she would just say your ghost dead and then kill this child.
Yep. Okay.
But she's my chaotic neutral character. She's not that mean. I will release the child. We proved a point.
She would run up the slope and passing Celine, she would grab her skirt and then yank on it a bit before letting go and running off through the mist. You would see the mist around the dome around everyone start to thin. The rest of you would just see her running off in the distance, but the mist starts to thin, and you're able to see that she stops existing as soon as she passes through the mist.
Don't let Sable, or whatever the fuck her name is, leave.
Maybe.
So Celine.
No, not Mabel. Celine.
Celine.
I just let Mabel leave.
She would turn to you. Please don't let her do that.
Do what?
Bring me back.
That's what she's trying to do, isn't it?
How do we stop her from doing that?
I don't know.
She's already.
Mabel's a good girl. I taught her to keep her promises.
She's already.
Could she bring back a body that she already resurrected?
Mabel, I'm coming, honey. Yeah, no, I was just talking to Yabi. I'll see you in a second.
I will climb up so that I'm close enough to her to prevent her from leaving.
Where do we find her?
She's already killed 2.
She would be going to leave at this moment, so
I
you'd have
will.
to roll force.
Partial success.
But she's doing
Okay.
A grand total of 18.
Well, you guys got time for, let's give it 2 questions that she'll give hurried answers to.
How do we find Mabel?
Okay, so
Where
okay.
would she be?
That one, I don't know how. Okay, so what we need. This is all I'm character on.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
I love that we brought this to.
Yeah, hold on. So she probably doesn't necessarily have relevant information as to where Mabel is.
Yeah, but I was just wondering if you know your daughter more than we know
Yeah,
anyone else.
so that's a reason.
Yeah.
But at the same.
It's been years.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
30 years.
The same places might not even exist.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of want to ask if more mechanical oriented questions,
Such as,
what she needs to bring someone back.
what is she doing?
We don't care about that.
Well, no, like, what is she
How
doing?
is
as in,
she
like,
Does she? How much of the body does she need? Because we can just burn all the rest of the bodies, and if that didn't stop her,
I see.
or tertiary to that, if she can bring her brother back again, we kill him and watch his body.
But that won't. I understand what you're saying, but I think the first one makes sense. The second one doesn't stop her from. Like, what does it matter if she can do it again?
Well, because then we know where she is.
And how would she know that?
True. She's presumably she got the goat,
Yeah.
so she's presumably coming after other people.
Yeah.
So what she needs to resurrect is a very good question.
Yeah, because why did she kill those 2 people?
Well, it's a life for life,
Yeah.
but
It just have to be a human person.
I mean the goat.
Yeah.
And also the
Did she kill a
dogs.
human for the goat?
Well, the dogs are something else.
It seems like.
Because, yeah, they're her physical agents. They're monsters or something empowered by her. She's not. They're different somehow. Because they're not a facsimile of life. They're zombies.
We could ask those 2, like,
I'll give you guys 30 seconds until you have to roleplay the questions.
where might she be or whatever, and what does she need?
What does it take to
Yeah.
prevent her from bringing something back?
Where did Mabel go and how does she?
And we might not get anything, but I think we should test.
We want to help, but to do that we will need to know where she'll be, where to find her. Can you tell us anything?
That was 3 questions.
Well, only one of them was a question.
She liked to sleep in the shed when she was upset.
What does she need to bring the body back? Beyond a life.
I don't know.
Where is the shed?
That's 3 questions.
We can.
Well, since one of them was I don't know.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that wasn't a long response.
Can
Where's
we
the shed?
see a shed
Um,
in this memory thing, or is this too far from the house?
Just up and around the slope, close to the second fields.
Alright.
She said as her arm would split from your grasp, melting as ice. Before she slipped through the steep mist barrier before dispersing herself, along with the barrier around you. The world returns to the gray it was before.
I'll grab some snow and turn off my axe. Dip one end in the snow, cover it in the other end, just let suffocate the fire.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Take some sawdust I carry in a bag, pour it back in.
We need to find that shed.
The resurrected
Yes.
one. We need to find it.
I will keep an eye out for any more signs of ice
Okay.
constructs.
So, you know, as you see,
Watch the boy when we get
as you all look around in the wake of this, you see Sophia, shaking as sheets of ice that were around her body and seemed to have been holding her place crumble away from her. Where is she? Where are they? Where's the goats?
What happened to
It's
you?
dead.
Was she with us in the vision thing?
No.
What happened to you?
I was frozen.
Why were
Something
you
fucking froze me.
Why only you?
Cold. She's
Maybe because I'm
cold
a
ice
priest who's supposed to deal with
deterrent.
these things?
She's a cold.
Where are
she's
they?
a cold ice priestess.
And
Opposition.
They've left.
Would have gotten rid
Opposite.
of the problem if she could have.
To hot ice.
The balanced opposite.
Would Rebecca have
Whoever's
a vague
creating
idea of
these
where the shed
visions.
would be based on the description?
You have a very vague idea, but it might take you a few days of searching. It's actually a quite wide area that was referenced. It's roughly underneath the general trail area. It's a section of fields that are on the steeper part of the mountain that kind of can have as many of a few hundred feet drop between them as they cascade down the mountainside.
Where I was going to be helping
Do we start
Rebecca
looking
find
for
that.
signs of this shed, or do we try to head back to the Elder's Hall and where to collect the boy, see if he knows a way there?
We will disturb the boy most likely if he sees.
I'm gonna go check out the goat care.
But
The road, what?
he would
The hole
probably
the
be
goat
able
was
to
in.
lead us there faster than we could
The
find
hole?
it if he knows where it is.
You might
and
the
he still
disturbed
stands
pebbles.
wherever
No,
he
it was a
is.
pile of rocks.
Yeah.
This is a common feature of any farm or
The
garden
idea is
that you have to
has that we already disturbed
hoe
a great
hoe
deal.
up
I'm
every
not bothered by
spring.
Oh,
To get rocks
Suffocating
out.
the delusion, he said.
Then I will look for a place where the goat was buried. Just like for fucking holes with goat no longer in.
I don't think you have.
I think also like
Roll detect.
Celine's body is buried in the cemetery, right? Because that's one they had.
No
That was
success.
one of the ones, so.
Yeah, no, you know where
I
to
believe
begin.
so, yeah.
So
Buried by 3 graves, Fell, Finnegan, Celine, and
Yeah,
an empty,
so
overgrown
I guess
grave.
my additional suggestion into like what to do next is should we do something with Celine's body before someone else does?
We should
We can
check
find-
on the gravesite, make sure that it isn't being disturbed. She asked us not to let.
Yes.
This would be Brett saying this.
Yeah.
Again.
Not to let her be brought back.
And who are we to
Finding.
disrespect her wishes?
If we can figure out some way to protect the grave sites so that nothing can continue to disturb that would be
Set
best.
up torches
And if-
around it, perhaps.
If we find Mabel and she hasn't spoken to her mother, she might be able to see reason, knowing that her mother doesn't want to be brought back.
Yes.
She's already killed 2 people.
Maybe the kid will see reason.
She's 40. She's
Yeah.
older than your character.
She's not a kid anymore. Maybe best to ask Shepherdson if he can remember one of the easier paths to the shed, or which of the fields are his. His father's.
We could also be kinder to say we couldn't find your sword. Would you help us find it? Which might
That
be
sounds
a
like
problem
an
later.
approach we could take, yes.
If we can narrow down where we have to search, it'll be much easier to find it. Because as it is, it's a large area.
Yeah, and if it's gonna take us days,
Yes.
it's gonna take probably best now, like we'll take us some days then.
So we should have someone speak with Shepherdson to ask him where the shed is, probably couching it in helping him find his and then we should have at least some we should at least check in on the gravesite and just make sure it hasn't been disturbed.
Do we want to bring Shepherdson or do we want to just ask him?
It may be, with
bringing
his
him
state of
is-
mind, it may be better to just ask.
Alright.
I do not know if he can
He
handle
is-
walking in this
he
frozen
is-
either.
Been through a significant ordeal already.
Okay. So do we want to cut to that scene?
Do we want to split up who goes where, or do we want to just kind of
We
all
can
go
just
and
do
all go?
both. I mean, actually, Rebecca's not going to need to be there to talk to him, so
Let's say,
she'll
do you
go.
want to go?
Yeah, she'll just go stick.
I'll go talk to him. I think,
Yeah.
despite his
It's not like I'm going to fucking
abrasiveness
fight
on
him.
I don't think we need to have a proper scene at the gravesite.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
is any shit up?
Establish that
If not,
there's,
I'm going to
like,
put some fucking fires around the area.
setting up like some torches.
There's nothing
or-
going on. And actually, I'm pretty. So Theo would actually help you as long as you're not storming the actual grave sites.
Yeah, I'm just sticking fire.
Yeah, she would help.
Theoretically, I'd like to light a big fire on top of it. That's a waste of wood.
And would disturb the grave
And
site.
that's where Sophia's gonna have problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think like I have.
Although the Lord knows if there's one thing I have a surplus of, it's wood.
I think to me clearly the ritual of like burying them has not deterred Mabel. So like I feel like we just like get rid of the body or something. Because I don't believe in resurrection.
Oh, she's stressed again.
But no.
Yeah, I am in her fucking funeral ground, shoving fire into things.
No, it was mostly being denied. Like, yeah.
She was frozen. She couldn't come in. I could come in. I don't like these people.
I actively hate their entire religion.
Me too. I don't hate it. I just think it's stupid.
I don't hate it. I just think it's beneath.
It's hard to hate something that you don't even care about.
I hardly even think about it.
Like the how quaint.
Yeah, definitely.
Very
Okay, so.
Shepherdson. I keep calling him Shepherdson, but they're all Shepherdsons.
Alright, so back in the place where Shepherdson has been kept. Kaelin is. You come in to see him whittling at a stick, but as you enter, he puts a knife behind him.
He's gonna kill.
Is that one of my cooking knives?
You hear like a faint rustling of fabric. No? I just found the stick out here, around.
If you
Half
want
cow.
Belle probably did it. Don't tell him, you'll be upset.
If you want to
I
whittle,
won't.
we can get you proper knives for it. You can ask.
Really?
Yes.
I'm
And that's why you're not here.
Oh no, because Rebecca would absolutely just destroy this man's life without a second thought.
No, don't do that.
But she's too busy hammering stakes to light into the ground before she lights them on fire.
Though I'll admit, we don't get up to your property very often. We didn't see the shed when
We were hoping to bring you
we wanted to bring you your sword, but we weren't sure where.
Oh, that makes sense. It's a secret.
Well,
Well, it's not secret. Anyone who knows where it is, really easy to find. Or just look long enough, but it's really cool. It's like just from a corner that you can see way out into the valleys.
that sounds like a very nice place.
Sometimes you'll see the big warships with the steam and the smoke coming out of them. Yeah, really cool.
Water from there. Wherever the fields are. Where?
Hmm. Did you guys promise to keep it secret?
Of course.
Also,
all of you rolled a seed.
while we're here,
I'm not going to tell
Can we
anyone.
not just
Two
say I'm not
questions.
going to tell anyone?
two questions.
Sure.
One, are we in the Elder Hall?
What?
Elder Hall?
Yeah.
Okay, Hendersonson will back you up. Two, try to look through him.
I am not being deceitful
what
at
am
all.
I doing?
I am
Nora, try to look
not
through
going to
him.
tell anyone.
Okay, you're fine.
Uh,
I got full success. sway. I'm not going to tell anyone.
Critical success.
No success.
Henderson will not spill the beans.
His only social skill is having 3 dots in command.
See, I can sway. I can't lie.
I think while this conversation
But I don't
is
think I'm on
happening at Henderson's prompting, Nora is going to turn on her eyesight
Okay.
and take a look at him.
So, due to general vibes, I think he would nod his head seriously, as if overall he trusts the group. He gives Nora a bit of side eye, but
That's why we came in with a critical success. Henderson's just like, I won't tell nobody.
And Caleb's like, you're right, you won't.
As he's walking to
I
I won't tell nobody.
Yeah.
And he's got the letter written. It does megaphone. Nobody will ever know about this.
But is he ice?
Oh, no, he's a real breathing person.
Okay.
Though, no, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Real
That would've been
breathing
Rebecca, no.
person.
Press X.
He doesn't know what
to
the fuck's going on. He just enjoys lying to children.
Rip.
As is the right of every old person.
Yeah.
He wants more misinformation to spread in the town.
I swear to God.
At some point during this conversation, Virgil Moss would blow in through the window that's slightly held ajar. Probably for some.
Oh no, another ghost.
This is probably a window that Nora has opened and is sitting next to.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wouldn't comment on
He
this.
closes
He'd
the
just give a
window as
side
he
eye
goes
look at
through.
her.
He closes the window as he flows through. Fuck you, Nora.
No,
I
he
mean,
doesn't
so
do
long
anything
as
like
the window isn't messing
Just
with
some side
the main fire, doesn't make much difference.
Oh, what are you doing here?
You'll find anything interesting? I didn't see shit. I mean, there was nothing made clear to me as I was constrained, says Sophia.
You just
I
as
think-
at that.
I think
She
Brett
was fucking
We'll
useless.
reach onto one of the shelves and pull down a swear jar.
Sophia, without even looking at rumors around in her pocket, pulls out an alm that you guys occasionally give alms to the church as just paying for some services they provide, and every now and then she blesses something. Just
Oh no, now she's embezzling religious
Just-
funds.
and
Not-
you
not-
recognize that
Okay.
it's probably money you yourself gave.
And
Infinite
sets
money.
it back on
The
shelf.
jar is like a quarter full.
The Elder Hall has to make money somehow.
Yep.
It's how we keep the lights on.
Just primarily funded by the swear jar.
Oh, absolutely it is. I wouldn't be surprised if a good third of that is just from Marrow, because he forgets that he's not still on board a ship, so he's just
soldiers
swearing
and
over
pirates.
him.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
known
mostly you guys paying.
Brett has probably gotten an earful from one too many parents that he just made the swear jar as a way to try and train himself and Marrow to stop cursing like sailors in front of the children.
It's only been
because you've done
somewhat
that, the
successful.
children have learned some of those curses.
Exactly.
It's a self-perpetuating system.
Lining the
Yeah.
windows outside waiting to be fed information.
Just 3, because you always have 2 and I have 1 piece of misinformation. Which means solidly a third of every piece of information is wrong. They have the worst dissemination of information in this
Oh,
town ever. Virgil.
Yes.
Spooky ghost.
I thought you recognized me for a second.
No. But this lady sucks at her job, so you should go instead. I don't want no ghosts in my town. Go back to being dead.
Does he have to?
He lives.
He has his own house somewhere else. He fully has another house.
I don't know if we know that.
I mean, he does go and
He
sleep
just
somewhere
he
half
just
the time.
if we try to get him back to his house, he just appears back here.
Half the time, I think he has somewhere to
That's,
tell.
that's,
I have-
just, that's just straight up true.
I have escorted him to his actual place of residence and walked back, and he was just sitting there as if he had never left.
Proceeds to move at 2 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Walling over to Virgil Moss, like poke at him with the stick so he
Yeah.
floats away into the steam.
Oh, he's been wiggling his stick just vaguely at Virgil Laws every time he sees him. Not really hitting him, because, like,
Depth perception.
depth perception's not great here.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything interesting you found? As he said, he like bats away the stick, just like
We are still searching.
There was a
We have
strange
something to do.
manifestation.
no.
We should be cautious.
I'm not sure what exactly you did to the goat. but
Rebecca is solidly
whatever you
not
did.
here.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Oh, she's gone.
I
She's hammering in
would
sticks.
not
That
be
would
at all surprised if she just.
We could have said everyone
Chopped
took a
off its
pit
head.
stop, or Rebecca like would.
yeah, she'll appear at some
Rebecca could have just gone faster than everyone else.
Yeah,
That's so true.
Rebecca just leaves.
Rebecca's like, I already did it.
So
The
yeah,
main
Rebecca
group
could be
contains
here
multiple elders. It's probably not
because I
moving
think
very
we already
fast.
established Sophia's.
That's
here.
true. Yeah, okay. I killed it.
We should.
So
That's and permanently.
we saw
Is Kaylin?
It turned to
saw a
mist.
ghost.
Is Kaylin in this?
We saw a goat, and my contract.
Because that's what I was
Let's-
trying to avoid.
He is.
Okay, let's say he's very firmly distracted,
Okay.
because he was given a knife.
Okay. Yeah, he's in his own world. Okay.
We
Pharaoh is
Just be careful about names.
paying
Like, when you
attention
say
to the conversation,
God.
but also overseeing the
Rebecca
L-O-O-T.
Rebecca encountered a goat, and my contract site confirmed it was an ice construct of some sort. Then,
Like the flowers we found over the grave that killed Reich. So I removed the issue.
and once
So
Was there a goat body or did it all turn to mist?
It all turned to mist.
Okay.
And once
It's the mist that it was comprised of formed the illusion.
Yeah, okay. That's what I figured.
the after effects of it breaking apart seemed to trigger a sort of memory bubble or something of the sort.
Strange.
It could interact with it though, so it's
Yes.
not entirely just memory.
Some sort of
A memory.
that's just a guess as to what it was. I could be wrong, but and she will
I might be able to do
Relay
something
the
with that.
events as they transpire, trying to occasionally jotting in her own theorizing at a couple of points that goes into a bit of a tangent, and then realizing, no, I'm missing the point of the. Anyway, back to. So when we stopped her and continues on from there.
I think I might be able to interact with that.
Interesting.
If it truly is conjuring up a memory, I might be able to more firmly influence the goings on of any such apparition. Though it makes no sense on the face of it. Think of it. Why would a conjuration show you such distinct memory with apparent relevance to the current goings on? It's pretty much confirmed at this point that it's not Celine who's going about this, unless, I mean, she's actively deceiving us, which, now that I say it out loud, sounds not entirely unlikely.
I do not
Oh,
believe
when
it
we
was Celine
at the bodies, would I been allowed to check if they're there?
So suspicious.
The graves were not have not been disturbed.
Well, I know, but like in general, I didn't bury these people. I don't know if they're actually in their graves. Neither did this woman.
they've been undisturbed for a long time.
Alright.
And the one on the end of the
Considering-
road has been empty for a long time.
Considering the promise that Mabel had made to find Celine should Celine go missing, I would not be at all surprised if part of this is Celine's doing. However, not to trick us, but to help guide us so that Celine stays dead. Celine did not want Mabel to find her.
It seems unlikely to me that Mabel does not know where she is, given she dug up a grave right next to Celine's own grave just recently. Unless, of course, there's Celine, Mabel's going to be used as a conduit for a greater force.
Perhaps.
Which we have to consider.
Though I do not think it's so much just Celine's body that Mabel would be looking for.
She needs another soul.
The ice goddesses are associated with death. Is it possible that this conjuration somehow put us in some form in contact with her soul?
Sophia would speak out. The soul, well, after this part is your domain, Virgil Moss. I think we should give him a quick rundown on the cycle. So, it starts cold. Not quite so cold as ice, but it is cold nonetheless. It sleeps amorphous among the mists before time. And then, upon the sun touching it, it begins to warm and flow upwards into our own material world, where it finds some water, some lake to take root in. And there, as hot water, it settles.
We're just describing the water cycle.
Yep, pretty much.
And as hot water, well, that's a child, young, unformed. It takes an entire lifetime for the water that makes up the soul to cool once again. And then, as it grows cold, well, it becomes ice. And for the very brief moment before it settles eternally, it is warm, gathered up and taken to its final resting place, where it finally is allowed to settle eternally. Frozen solid. Or at least that's how it should go.
Amon holds his necklace like how people hold the cross and like when there's the devil around.
Basically, I don't think a soul should be able to come back unless something happens to prevent it from moving on entirely the first time. If it was laid to its final rest, well, there should be nothing that can happen to bring it back. But if someone managed to stop it from being ferried from the material flesh onwards, well, then you might be able to bring it back. Then it might be still around.
You memory ghost, you remember what happened when all them folks were eating or whatever?
Gestured vaguely at Shepherdson.
That family was.
They was killed by a ghost. You're a ghost, ain't you? What happened? Why'd you kill them?
They died to frostbite. That was the common prognosis. It should be the most final death of deaths. You quite literally freezing before you were passed on. I don't remember any strange affairs.
frostbite also, didn't he?
And if Celine
That is true.
has wishes that she has conveyed to us, then she may not be gone.
She may not be completely frozen.
There would have to be something. Well, how would that happen? I
Something keeping
don't quite
her.
remember.
Something keeping them warm.
Yeah, pretty much that. There has to be something holding them here as opposed to letting them sink fully into ice.
Since when
I don't
ice-
quite understand how ice works. I think,
So
well, normal ice holds things in place. It's a final resting place. Sure, in real world, ice can melt, but the soul only goes through. Well, it should only go through one cycle.
If someone is trying to break that cycle, that will have consequences.
Well, you have to have somewhere to hold the unfrozen water, right?
It should.
I'm not so sure what's going on with. Oh no! Just get back to whittling. Yes, it's very pretty.
It's
Oh no! I mean, it's super scary. Yeah. Oh, it's such big teeth. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm not sure what his deal is. I think because the blasphemy's already been done, his soul's in his body, and he'd have to die the normal way again. But for all of the rest, if their anchor is destroyed, I don't think they should ever be able to come back.
Well, we just gotta find where them souls are hidden.
Do you think they're
That is a good place to hide souls.
That's the main need we have at the moment. Short of staking out.
How many dogs were there?
Who are you asking?
No, just how many dogs did we see?
There were 3 the first time, I think.
The second time we saw additional dogs.
Yeah.
The second time was
When Reich was murdered. There was
Reich
one that
was-
dragged him
4
away.
total dogs.
4 total dogs.
1 grabbing him and 3 flanking in the bushes.
And the first time the lady I saw
She
was talking to the dogs, had 3 and said, "Where's Mabel?"
Find it.
Like find Mabel, and was holding her.
Yeah.
It's like the hair clip belongs to Mabel. Or used to.
Did the child we see have? Oh yeah, the child we saw did have a butterfly haircut.
Yes.
So yes.
What
Yes.
happened to that hair clip? Was
Don't we
it
still
buried
have
with
it?
Henderson?
Henderson.
Ah, yes.
No, he wasn't buried with the clip.
Where did the clip go?
Where did the clip go?
The clip? You know,
Butterfly hair
it should
clip.
still be on. We buried it with him. It should be. Does Kayla not have it? Do I not have what?
Butterfly clip.
One
About
Vera
describes-
wanders over and just starts like looking.
Rifled through the kid's pocket.
What
you got on
to
you?
see if there's like if it's like in his hair or on his clothes or something.
No, I don't wear hair clips. I'm not a girl.
We were just wondering if you had one. Maybe not you wear, just.
I mean, ask Mabel for one. She has plenty.
was Mabel's.
It's gone missing is the thing.
Oh, you're looking for? Is Mabel gone again?
She,
Yes.
Oh,
somebody had
Yes.
left a hair clip
She
of
was
hers
gone.
somewhere.
she
and
always likes
it's disappeared.
exploring
They
it.
want to
Were there any places you'd like to explore in particular?
All over the place. You should explore one place. Like, she'd get fully and, get lost. And we'd find her again, and from that point onwards, we could trust her to explore that place again, because she had already gotten lost there, but she'd always find somewhere new to explore and get lost in.
And any of the places that she'd get lost, she wouldn't get lost a second time?
Usually.
What are you doing, sir?
Letting the
What?
cat in you out.
So
Yeah.
What? Stinkly.
Yeah.
It is.
It looks like a spoon.
I'm sure Mom will find her.
Not this time.
No, she always finds her.
Your mama's very sick, boy.
What?
We need you to go find her.
No.
What?
The rest of us are going to go and find
You and the
Mabel.
ghost, go find Mabel.
Henderson.
No, Henderson. That
No.
Henderson.
isn't the worst of ideas.
Considering my
Actually,
Virgil,
roll play.
From Hendersonson?
Yes.
One load default pip.
I have 2 pips.
Oh, okay.
You've been repeatedly suggesting Virgil go out. I might as well make you roll once instead of just offhandedly ignoring you.
God. Could it be a deceive? Can I lie to
Sure,
Virgil?
try again. Make it. No, don't try again. It's the same roll. But.
No, then critical success.
The liar.
2 3s and a 4 is just over my.
That's really good.
Henderson, are you sure that's the
Absolutely. Also, I am quite literally lying to this kid to tell him that his mother is sick and he should go find her with some ghost. Which is, none of that is factual information. Virgil's just like, holy shit, the insane ramblings might mean something.
Good.
Okay, so we have
God damn, the infinite monkeys and the infinite typewriters wrote a book.
Okay, so we've determined who Gaslight is. Where are gatekeeping girls?
That's my characters.
That's so real.
Oh my god. Yeah.
The child's gatekeeper, right?
No, she's girl boss.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rebecca's out here
Rebecca's
preventing you from doing things.
Okay. Yes,
He's gatekeeping
keeping
zombies from killing us.
Keeping her daughter emotionally
I think
distant
mine are
from
also
her.
gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss in that order.
We got our characters girl boss, our kids girl boss. The rest of our
Yeah,
characters are
our adults are gatekeeping.
Okay, I think
I don't
that
know
our
which one Marrow is.
grandparents. Okay, so we've got the whole character training.
Oh, I get it, guys.
This is it's not awful that like guy.
You got 3 characters? Gaslight
Yeah.
girl.
A little variety.
And I mean, Lois has been girl bossing way too close to the sun, so.
Rebecca keeps almost dying, but also not ever taking damage.
Guy.
3434.
No idea what any of my heroes.
I think we might be in less danger if Kaylin's around.
Suppose that makes sense.
Think about it. It's any indiscriminate
Whether it's
accidents wouldn't. He knows the place, right? And the place knows him.
And his sister is less likely to kill people in front of him. That's Rebecca. She never talks loud enough for him to hear.
Okay.
She's like,
That's what he's. That's what. Yeah. That's what Virgil was trying to get at.
yeah, no. Henderson, if he said it, would know because he speaks at the same volume constantly with no concept of anything going on.
What is volume?
He's also a little bit deaf, so he's always yelling.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. He's looking on your phone call with your grandpa. I'm doing good.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're really far away, right? I have to yell, or else you can't hear me.
I can hear you just.
Oh, you're breaking up. Yeah, breaking up.
Now you're loud and breaking up. That doesn't. Now I'm just getting bursts of loud directly into my eardrums. Thanks, Grandpa.
Okay, so the mercy of the current world we live in is one without technology that Henderson lives in.
He can't get
Too
you.
much.
If you're not next to him, he can't talk to you.
Henderson isn't real. He can't hurt you.
Andersonson on the internet. Good God.
Reminds me of my other character in a different game. He calls you when he has like terrible technological skills. So he just calls people. He does a voice chat, but the camera is his eye, so you just see whatever the fuck he's looking at and not him. It's a video chat of him pruning his garden or performing medical
Who's his
malpractice.
gardener?
He's a gardener / medical malpractice.
No, you said.
I mean, he would.
Garden or
No, pruning his garden or committing medical malpractice.
So pruning his gardener.
Exactly. Well, I don't have a gardener. No. I can't afford to have a staff.
No!
I did treat a man so well that every other injured person in that area killed themselves, so I wouldn't treat them.
wow.
Oh my god.
Well, with the exception of the ones that we killed because we broke character around them, we couldn't let them know. It was espionage. Except John
Anyways,
Deere.
back to the current.
Yeah, one drug trip at a time.
We'll do one trauma dump at a time, please. Thank you.
I suppose that makes it.
This seems like instead of just venturing out without certainty, we've been told through two sources that this shed matters.
And
Kalen himself.
and consolidating the aspects of this mystery may provoke some response that leads us to some resolution.
I can withstand this one outing. It seems like it is likely to be impactful.
Anything we can do to help you stay together?
I have the urge to blow one.
If you had any, I'm not sure you know.
We're on our way to bring the hate Virgil group and bring Virgil. We could just not help him, so he has to leave and not come back for a while.
I think the same group that went out the first time should go. You were well chosen and behaved anyway.
Everyone else is a fucking old fighter or a child. Yeah, probably send all the adults. I'm too old.
I like that he's getting more coherent.
My fucking bones are cold as hell.
When
Swear
Henderson
jar
says
comes
actually-
out.
What? I didn't say any words. What are you talking about? I haven't spoken in 5 minutes.
Is Henderson
I would remember if that had happened.
just swore, puts him in the swear jar.
I've never had money before in my life.
You would rob an old man.
Why are you attacking me? I don't have no money.
Henderson's playing the victim.
Just a long, suffering gaze to anybody who doesn't have to live with Henderson.
You don't live with him. He has his own house.
And
But
yet
it's like-
somehow
He's
he doesn't
here
leave.
80% of his day, but he still goes home.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
The rest of the time he lives here.
Just staring out to everybody else in the room, just like, this. Do you see what I have to do every single day? Eventually, one of these days, he might die.
That's how dying works.
Eventually, one of these days, theoretically, he may or may not die.
No, he's been in this elder hall since before I got here, and he's not showing any signs of leaving yet.
I got another 80 years in me.
The horror.
I'm only 33.
You are
Getting
not
younger.
I started aging backwards.
But if that
Anyways.
were the case, you would have 33 years left, not 80.
I propose we leave tomorrow. It is getting dark.
It's not on the sheet. He's about.
I think
God, because he
probably
got here when he was about
actually
40.
starts
and
trying to
Rebecca's about
argue
40.
the
It was the same time. She's like in his
backwards math
late
with
70s,
Henderson,
early
so it
80s.
was just senilely rambled. But
Okay.
no, if you'll
I think we're pretty much going to wrap the session unless there's any other micro scenes anyone wants to make happen.
yeah, coming up around 8 o'clock.
Merlin and Hendersonson may have actually showed up around about the same time.
He's older than you, though.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Not only by a few years, but yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow I'm more coherent than Hendersonson is, despite being almost the same age.
See through ice, can't you? I need to go find the fluffy elephant in the ice caves.
Are you referring to a man?
Sure, probably.
I suppose I can help with that and make sure you don't fall over on your way, I suppose.
You're the like weasel from Ice Age with the dinosaurs. That like swings and just says crazy stuff.
I suppose that's something I could help with, yes. Practice using the ability is what I came up here for.
You're like, this is not what I thought was gonna happen, but I guess it's practice.
This is my life now.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's a project we can do in sessions.
Find the mammoth.
Find mammoths? Sure.
Hendersonson and
Add it to the
searching
list.
for a mammoth in the ice? Question.
I think some kids could come along.
Yeah, probably.
That's not what that. Wait.
They couldn't.
Never mind.
He does need people to dig. That's obviously a Hendersonson project. What skill is that?
Great question. Detect?
Probably ends up being like a mixture of
I
like
was gonna say Intuit, but like.
yeah, Intuit, detect, maybe some navigate for actually.
Hear me
getting
out.
No. For you it's Intuit. For you it's Detect.
Okay.
Do we actually roll for that?
No, we're
that's
rolling
right because that. Right,
We're
right.
doing EXP now.
Okay.
Oh,
Where
real
I
quick,
was
how
not
much
in
progress
the
is that going to take? Just remember.
Total progress. Let's put that. Honestly,
Endless.
I'm not going to give you a number, but if you roll well enough on any given day, I will immediately make it come to it.
Okay, excellent. Alright, just let me study it.
Alon's role is missionary, which I don't do a lot of evangelizing these days, but I was around.
And be
And make
condescending.
snarky
Yeah,
comments.
I'll give you 2 XP.
I'm actively making progress on ice prospecting. Hint, hint.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay, I'll give Henderson. It was an end session mention. You get 1 EXP for that. But you did do more Henderson stuff overall. What was your other role?
Compiler?
What?
Compiler.
Yeah.
Oh,
study.
yeah. Yeah, okay. Total of 2 EXP.
Excellent. Exciting. If I fill out a thing, can I still get XP from it?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll put 2 there and then save it for later.
Okay. Next XP people. Wood fighter. You fought in the woods.
Yeah, and
You
it
get
was
3
really
EXP.
XP, let's go.
Mother will never progress.
Oh, and you got 1 XP. Oh, I'll give 1 XP to Mother too.
Rebecca will still
I
not.
feel like Rebecca, for not being in sessions, just deserves a bit of XP.
She's not around.
For 1 guest appearance.
She's around when there's an issue.
She's played by a celebrity, so we can't afford to have her a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
Cass was not here.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he did a fair amount of retired soldier stuff. There was
Both
the,
in cooking and
yeah,
in
there was
adventure.
his cooking. There was the swear jar stuff. There was him telling like a war story about like the time he had to eat rats.
Yes.
There and then there was
Oh.
also the like doing the tactical watching over the group, trying to keep cover everyone's 6 essentially.
When?
That
Yeah,
was when he was like.
Yeah, Brett did go in last to cover
Oh,
the
yeah.
back
Yeah.
while the
Well,
more
so-
aggro
Okay,
characters went in
I'll give
first.
you 2 XP for all that.
And then
We did do the retired soldier thing. Are we missing anyone?
Nora.
Nora and Mara.
Nora did. I think Nora did some stuff
We
for
probably
both
get some
Bookworm
XP
and
for
Spider
space
Mystic stuff.
Yeah.
For a month.
Like
Yeah, I got
the
The book searching.
the searching,
Oh, kind of
yeah, the
thing,
searching through the records for information, the
Yeah, I was just saying.
collecting
Exactly.
information, the collecting things based on that information.
We gotta get you
and
out of that role so you can get a
uh,
role and you
I
can
know.
get points for
I'm
it.
trying to think.
Then the
I also don't know what to do with him. Like, do I
Like-
want him to progress positively, or do I want him to be a piece of shit?
he's trying to study the
Well, at least let
ice
him
magic
progress
stuff going
usefully.
on,
He's gonna be a good person. He should be,
recognizing
stats.
the ice conjurations
I think if
for
anything, I'll push
being
him.
ice and therefore
Yeah.
sparking
I mean,
Rebecca
Cass is very much
immediately
meteoriting
it.
Because I think I
Well, yeah, no, yeah, that
and
makes
the
sense.
trying
It's
to
Cass.
puzzle
Oh
out
yeah, you
the-
She's
did
not
try
Rebecca.
that.
and
Yeah.
trying to puzzle
Oh no,
out
you're
the-
also.
Yeah, but
You know,
she's
I'm gonna only give
gonna be a
you
lot more aggro.
2 HP for all of that, but you're going to get some more HP.
Yeah, Lon just has one on four.
Contract.
Fair.
You're also getting 2
Lots
XP
of
in your
looking
contract.
And I think it's
2 XP in contract.
Well, yeah, no, his daughter just left him, so he needs to get into his hot dad face.
And
He's
do
having
I
a
put
little
the
bit
other
of a
2 in
crisis.
He is in
Bookworm
midlife
and
crisis, so he's gonna start
So do I
pumping.
split the other 2 between Bookworm and Mystic, or do I put them in one or the other?
I'll let you just choose as you please.
Alright.
Just don't fill one up until the other one's full.
I think I'll split the 2 to.
Because then you no longer get XP for it, and completing one doesn't do anything until you complete both.
I don't give you bonus XP for having multiple rolls.
Well, I know. That's why you need to space it out. Because, like, you get XP. You said that, for example, if I filled Wood Fighter, then I would no longer get XP for doing wood fighting things.
That's true. You get XP for doing the new roll you pick out.
Well, we don't get them with 2 rolls because we need to fill out both before we get a new roll.
That's true.
So it's with 2 rolls, it's better to knock them out both at the same time so you can move on to a new roll.
And then Vera
It's going
was
to take
not
us
in
forever
this
to
session.
level up our kids because they never show up. There's only half the time. Next session's a kid session. I'm going in the woods.
I mean, you guys have, what, 3 character sheets? Oh my god, the kids only show up half the time. They are still the main characters. Like,
They also could have.
I don't think we have
it
any
just
main
makes a lot of sense,
characters
right?
yet. Nobody's filled out a role and picked up a main character.
No.
No, I is major. That's
Yeah,
it.
we've all got a major.
Vera's also.
Also,
Cass is now
what
a
about
major.
Camaro? He's just ex-pirate.
oh, yeah. You did X-Pirate stuff, maybe?
You broke into a house.
And
I mean, because I was generous this session overall, I'll give you 2 XP.
Halfway there.
I mean, like the whole last like
Oh yeah,
the
talking
just
about
the back and forth. And
yeah the.
oh, that's fun. All right, ready to say goodbye to Obs?
Bye, Obs.
Farewell, Obs.
Bye bye.